What's up, guys? Welcome to SoccerMachineTV. Today we're going to be doing a little drill for control. I have this little setup, this little staggered cone setup, and we're going to be using the same setup throughout the whole video. However, we're going to start with some stuff that maybe you've seen before if you've been following this channel for a while, and then we're going to do some completely different stuff, a lot more advanced. It's going to get really hard really quickly, but for those players that are struggling with keeping the ball next to you, this is going to be a great drill for them. Okay, so let's get started right away. We're going to begin with some basic stuff that you've probably already seen. The staggered cone setup, it promotes more lateral motion. It's a little more advanced, it's a little more realistic to just having a cone setup. You've seen this before. I'm going to show you real quick different ways to go through the cones, and if you need more information, just go to some of my older videos. Okay, so the first one is with 1 foot only. Very small touches going around the cones. Simple. The next one, it would be you can roll it, stop, roll, stop, roll, stop, roll, stop, roll, stop, roll. Notice you have to be very precise. The cones is more difficult than just having like a straight line. This you can get away with more stuff. You can do a lot more easy stuff, but this isn't really gonna help you in a game, not being able to go through the cones laterally. And the last one that I really like is inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside. Notice you have to be very precise. There is very little room for error when you're doing this, but there's very little room for error in a game. So that's why this works. You've seen it before. I'll tag a video where it goes more into this idea. Okay, so that's pretty basic control. Even I go back to this every once in a while because it really helps getting your touches on point. It really helps for you to get all of those little touches that in a game are really important. You can get them by using this. The next thing I want to introduce to the drill is the M station. You can replace it with a friend, or you can just eliminate this whole last little sequence. The main idea is the control part of the drill. I just like having this because after you control and you release, a lot of the times your passes can be off. You go from one state of mind focusing down here, and when you release the ball, oftentimes I see players messing up. So I'm just gonna include this for the drills. Basically, after you're done, you take a pass and then you finish. The drill, this scenario sets you up for mainly a left-footed shot, but because it's so unpredictable, you can shoot with however it comes. Just make sure you shoot quickly and you pretend it's a game situation. Okay, so let's get to the good stuff. In the beginning, don't put so much space between the cones when you do these particular drills that I'm gonna show you. You might have not seen this before. It is very useful. A lot of the times you don't move forward in the game, you have to pull back, you have to exit, you have to be able to move with the ball like if it was a part of you. So what we're gonna be doing is actually moving laterally through the cones. And I'm gonna be doing it at full speed, and then I'm also gonna have this slow motion camera. Let me forget to turn it on, but okay, so we got all the cameras rolling. There's more than one way to do it. We're moving laterally through the cones. I'll show you the first way. It's important that you get the touches how I do them, because that's gonna make sure that you're actually practicing a specific movement, not just random. And then we'll slow it down, break that one down, and show you a couple more. So the first one looks like this. All right, let's do it one more time. Okay, guys, and the last part of this video is gonna be kind of like a voiceover because in the slow motion you can't really have audio. But look how gorgeous that looks. This is gonna be a great tool to coach you guys. Unfortunately, I didn't charge the camera, so it's only gonna be here for the first movement. So for this first movement, you pull back, you touch, and you push forward with the right foot, and you use the left foot just to roll it. So 1, 2, 3, and then you roll to the right with your left foot. This first movement right here, that's an L. You pull back and you push. That's a common movement. That's something you want to get used to doing because it can get you out of sticky situations. By repeating this movement over and over again, you ensure that you get a feel for it, you get a rhythm for it, and you can actually pull this off in a game. And here's how it looks from the other side using the left foot. This time we're using the left foot 3 times and then the right foot just once. Boom! And just take a second to appreciate that shot. And I really wish I had this in slow motion and that I had it from a different angle, because that was a sick shot. Outside of the foot, perfect upper 90. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do, I think we're gonna do the same movement but give you different scenarios. So for this, actually this is just me speeding it up. I'm going a little bit faster. I'm not speeding up the clip, that's just me going faster. Here it is again. And then this time I think I'm gonna attack the right side. No, it's still the same thing. God. The next one. Alright, so this right after I do the movement, I'm gonna attack the right side by doing a fake shot and then pushing it and taking that shot. So that's another option. I'm gonna show it one more time, and you can include that in any of the movements we're gonna do. Fake shot and take a shot, just to add another variation. Okay, so this next movement, it looks very similar if you don't look closely, but we're gonna slow it down. We're not gonna do the smooth slow motion because the camera died, but it's just gonna be this choppy slow motion. It's gonna be 2 touches with the inside of the foot and then 2 roll. So you touch with the left, touch with the right, roll with the left, roll with the right. And all these little hops that I do, all these little movements, they matter. This is to kind of create a rhythm, a movement, so that you can go through the cones as quickly as possible and as precise as possible. So right now, I think I'm gonna repeat it again in full speed. This is just, I kept the shot in slow motion because it was kind of nice and it was with my left, so you guys can see that. So there it is again. Roll, inside, roll, inside, roll, inside, and the finish. Boom. That's another nice finish. And then I think I did it one more time. No, this is something different. This is with only using my right foot. So that's another variation. You just use one of the foot, so you're still doing 4 touches. And this one, I don't have to slow it down or anything. It's pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. I think I redid it here again with a fake shot and then the finish. And then the last one, this is just incredibly hard. It's just me kind of showing off. You don't have to, this is not as helpful as the other ones. You're doing basically a pull back and a chop. But for you to get this right, it's just a whole different type of rhythm. So I didn't even know how I did it until I kind of slowed it down here and I saw it. Notice how close it passes to the cones, and then notice how I do like a double hop. So a hop to get to the ball, another hop to set up while I'm moving, and I push it. So you can appreciate it here and slow down a little bit. But it is useful. It's not as useful, but as you can see, it's really hard. So that's an example of you being so focused on the drill that when you release the pass, you mess up. That happens in a game too. You're down here, you're trying to take players, you don't lift your head up, you don't do that precise pass. So obviously this is more difficult than going forward and even going laterally, but this shows you why I add this element to the drill.